Welcome everyone to Sound People. We are here today with Willow from Lucky's Drive-In in Parkland. If you have not been, you have to go. The food is good and it's the cutest little place. It's a great spot to start some core memories for your family or friends or a new relationship.
Willow, tell us a little bit about how you got started. 2015, take us back there and the beginning of Lucky's.
We leased the property from the son of Harold LeMay, and the whole area around there, you have the Marymount Event Center and obviously the huge car collection of the LeMay family, which we now have in Tacoma. There's a bunch of things around there, Lucky's Towing, Lucky's this, Lucky's that, and the reason for that is Harold LeMay used to race cars, and so his nickname was Lucky LeMay. So that's why they call it Lucky's, so that's where all that comes from. The business hadn't been named yet. We talked to Doug, the son of Harold, and said, hey, would it be cool if we named it Lucky's? You know, that'd be cool to fit in with the community and everything like that. There have been many times where we felt like, wow, we just got really lucky here. And so I kind of like the idea of the name being like something of, you know, for us, and then, oh, it's your lucky day, you get to come to Lucky's and have some good food.
And then you started this with your husband, Mike, right?
Mike, yeah.
Who had the background? Who had the idea to say, let's do a restaurant, or do you have a background in doing food?
Not really a background. Kind of one of those things where you think, well, I could do that. And then you go, wow, what was I thinking? Maybe I should have, you know, had a little more base there, figured out a few more things before I started, or you know, worked in the industry or done something like that. So we have a little bit of a different story. It was more something where you just get to a certain time in your life or an age or something like that, and you're like, I just want to do something more. And we wanted to do something for ourselves because we're both very independent, we're problem solvers. And I think that's some of the characteristics that you need to have to do a business. You have to be a problem solver. There's constant problems coming up that you need to solve.
What have been some of your toughest things that you've faced since opening in 2015?
Just getting the word out there was very hard because when you start so small in a shoestring budget, you don't have a lot of marketing dollars. You sort of have to set your life up for something like that in that you live really lean, so then you can get through the lean times to be able to get to the prosperous times. So that was pretty challenging. Mike and I are foodies. So we like things properly prepared at the good temperature, the right consistency. We're in the fast food category, quick serve you call it sometimes. A lot of that is you know, a lower price point, stuff is cheap, the quality's not as good. What we want to do is offer a better value. The price range isn't too high. It can be higher if you want to add more stuff, but if you want to keep it less, you can, but always the quality is going to be good. You walk up, you don't know what to expect, you've never been there before, is this really gonna be good, you know? And then they come back up and they're like, that burger was so good, telling us so the winner, we're like, yes, yes. Really with the Lucky Burger too, it's like the special sauce, pickles, onions, lettuce, kind of has the crunch. We cut our pickles from whole dills, like it's just got all those little things in there that just make it a little bit better. And so even if you're not a foodie, you can taste it, like, wow, this is good. We're not trying to be something that we're not, but we're gonna be the best at what we are. Mike and I both had those types of families where our moms cooked and they cook good stuff. So you get that initial like, okay, here's how things are supposed to taste. You don't really understand when you're a kid, why do I have to be home for dinner?
Yeah.
But it's an important thing that you don't realize until you're a little bit older and you have that time to talk about your day and what's up. Sometimes it's not even about what you talk about, you're just there together. In person, the analog aspect of human life is important, and we're going towards so much digital that I think there's certain things like, let's just come back to the basics, you know? I have so many memories of things that I've eaten that I have not forgotten to this day. And just being open for 10 years, you see little kids come in and grow up to be big kids, and you know that your place is a part of some really fun and great memory that they had as a kid. Like, that's really cool.
Share with us about the Sacramento adventure. When did the second location start? Where did the idea come from?
We decided to do it the not easy way, to start one in another state. We picked Sacramento, we went through the process. It was kind of in the middle of COVID. Mike and I have questioned our decisions so many times over and over again, like when you make a big step into something and then the shoes are so big and you're like, oh my gosh, am I ever gonna grow into these? I think that the second one, because of the circumstances and the fact that you're holding two businesses in your hands, made it a lot more challenging, but it's kind of coming together now. We opened about a year and a half ago. Our reviews are going well. We're starting to gain some momentum, and we've actually had some people that used to live in Washington and had Lucky's show up at Lucky's there.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
some fun stories with that too. Like this guy had to move back to help his family, and he got divorced, and then he saw an ad for Lucky's come through his feed, and he was like, why are they advertising Tacoma to me in Sacramento? And then he clicked on it and he was like, oh my gosh, Lucky's is here in
They're
Sacramento.
here,
And he came in and he was like, told me all this stuff and said how happy he was to have this food here. And I was like, wow, it's just a burger, but like,
Yeah,
you
so
know,
much meaning behind it.
you work so hard at something, and when people leave you a review or make a comment on something and they hit all those points that you're like, you just get us, you understand us, you know what we're trying to do here, and you just get it, and you love us, and that makes us feel really good to have that review star or whatever, you know, that there's enough people that are like, yes, for what you're doing. It feels really good.
Burgers are such a staple in American food, and yours is special. They're in Parkland on Pacific Avenue, and easy to get to, right off the road. Go visit them, it's worth it.